Well, it was boring, to be frank with you, uninspiring. One expected quite a lot from someone who's the head of state. For me personally, and I've shared this with comrades from loMkhonto Wesizwe, I thought the president's starting point was going to be to give us an update on the promises that were made last year in the State of the Nation address. He identified 3 priorities: poverty, inequality, and housing. He didn't deal with any of those at length. We know poverty is worse than ever it was before. Every day when you walk in South Africa, robot-controlled intersection, you see a lot of people who are hungry, who are homeless, who have nowhere to stay. So poverty is worse than it ever was before. Mr. Ramaphosa made no mention of that. He's talking about an ideal nation. In other words, a united South Africa, united in diversity. No attempts whatsoever are being made by the government of Cyril Ramaphosa to eradicate racism. It's 30 years in the making. It's the black people who are the victims of racism in this country. He doesn't talk about the land. The land is critical to us in addressing poverty and inequality. To him, obviously, that's a non-issue. Last year, finally, in the State of the Nation, Mr. Ramaphosa said 25% of the land has been brought back to black people as part of the land rate distribution program. That is not true. 1.9% of the land is in private hands. That includes Palapal.
Firstly, this so-called GNU realistically excludes 25% of the electorate. That's a fact. So firstly, that then tells you that this is not a government of national unity. It doesn't serve the marginalized interest, and then effectively 25% of the people are not represented in that speech. I've said that if you look at our population in terms of how it's growing, looking at the socio-economic factors, we're growing at 1.3% year on year. But yet, we have negative growth of GDP per capita. That means, in effect, that South Africans are getting poorer and poorer and poorer under this man, and it's going to be worse under this GNU, because we know that this is a GNU, or so-called government of national unity, which is being rejected by the electorate. Every single one of them has been rejected. And so it's a conglomerate, because we know that the formation of it was for protecting Cyril off the back of business. Helen Zille confirmed it, that there is no GNU. It's a DA-led coalition. So this is just a reflection of a business case based on policies from white monopoly capital that's aimed at ensuring that they benefit. That's why they go and put their minister in public works and then go and give a ticket, a grey check, a blank check of 950 billion rand for infrastructure. Kids still don't have access to school to school. Kids don't have access to classes. Today, there's 42% joblessness in this country. So people in this country under this, and it's going to be worse under this so-called GNU, I can tell you that. It's going to be totally worse because they have no ideas, they have no understanding, and there's a total dichotomy of policies. As you can see, they're continuously bickering and fighting instead of focusing on service delivery. And this is the biggest challenge. What we need to do here, we need to agitate for the right, real ANC members, the real leaders of the ANC, not this white monopoly capital man, who want to see organic change. And they must come and sit with us, undo this GNU, come and engage with EFF and MK, and then we form a formidable government that is reflective and that can resonate with the people of this country, not what you're seeing in there.